Get ready to match the stars. Jimmie Walker, Brett Somers, Gary Burghoff, Lee Meriwether, Richard Dawson, and Joyce Bulifant as we play the star-studded Big Money Match Game 75. And now here's the star of Match Game 75, Gene Rivers.
Thank you, Johnny Olson and dear friend.
To the
Now,
king.
just to touch all bases there. Good times. MASH.
M-A-S-H,
Newberries.
mash? Newberries.
Newberries.
Penny's
I
Rollers.
forgot Newberries. Barnaby Jones.
Thank you. Saks Fifth Avenue.
Saks Fifth Avenue.
No, there's a gay bar on La Cienega there.
J.C. Penney.
Mary Tyler Moore.
Mary Tyler Moore, yes. And I'm sorry, I really...
That's all right.
You're terrific.
Mwah.
And not a bad kisser either.
What do you do on Mary Tyler Moore?
Alita Lee. How are you? Good. How much money do you want?
$700.
You have $700 to your credit.
Yes.
You're hoping for more.
Sure.
You got a good chance to go over $5,000 here now because the big money audience match is coming up. You ready for that? Okay.
I'm getting ready.
Yes. You've been doing your exercises?
Yes. Working hard.
What exercises do you do? You do the, really? You do it? Okay. All right.
What can I say?
All right, don't say anything. You say something for the people of America out there, and then you come right back. Some of you might not have been around the day we introduced this lady, and she told us about herself, and I just assumed that everybody knew. So I guess I better explain now what I was talking about just before the commercial there. This girl is majoring in belly dancing in college, right?
No.
No, see? What did you tell me?
I told you that I liked belly dance.
Oh.
I love belly dancing. And that I won a talent show at where I work with a belly dance.
You do that, huh?
Well,
Okay.
I attempted. I haven't taken any
Could you
lessons
do a
yet.
couple
Could you
of
just
turns,
give us one
honey?
idea of what it's like? Yeah, go ahead. Play the music, Mark.
Without answering any questions, she's won the money.
Give her the $5,000. Okay, no, we've got to go on with it now. You're going to have it go at over $5,000. Ali, you ready?
Yeah.
I'll say you are. Here we go. We polled a recent studio audience, and we got their best response to this. Blank maker or blank maker. Now, the answer they gave most often is worth $500 if you match that, and then if you match the next one, you get $250. And if you match the third one, you get $100. Whom do you call on here?
Richard again.
Good old Richard.
What I hope Gene will be for you and I, a matchmaker.
A matchmaker. If the price is right, what's that?
Lee again.
Lee?
She remembers Kingpin. Little old winemaker, I wrote.
Little old
I don't know.
winemaker. That's the answer you want to go with. Little old winemaker. All right, you got two now.
Joyce again.
Joyce again.
Yeah.
Dressmaker.
Dressmaker. So you got dressmaker, little old winemaker, and matchmaker. Do you want one of those? Or have you got one in your head you think is better?
It's got to be Richard again with matchmaker, because that's what I thought of on my own.
You thought of that first before he said it. All right, that may be your lucky omen. Let's find out if it's up there. And if it's there, where is it? That is the question. Is it under the $100 response? No, it is not. Homemaker is under there.
It's interesting that nobody of the ladies thought of that answer.
All right. We are looking for matchmaker. Here we go with a $250 response. Rainmaker.
I had that.
I'd like to thank the celebrities for their help on this little girl here. Last chance for matchmaker. Here we go with a $500 response. There it is! Congratulations. Now, Alita, you have $1,200. You're doing very well. Let's see if we can keep it going now. You're going to play for $5,000. You have to choose one celebrity.
Richard?
Okay. Richard, you face me if you would, please. And here we go with the $5,000 question. Face the blank. Face the blank. All right, he's finished with his, and now, Alita, we call on you for your response to match him. Face the...
The only thing I can think of is the TV show Face the Nation.
Yeah, that occurred to me, too, right off the bat, but I guess there may be some... The audience thinks that's pretty good. All right, there may be some other good choices here. Let's find out right now for $5,000. Richard, may we see your card?
I don't think we're ever going to get together. Face the music.
Face the music. You know, that's good. Face the music is another... apparently the audience thinks that was a pretty good response, too, but
Yes.
Face the Nation is good, too.
That's what I said.
And Face the Nation, is that on CBS?
It's on television.
It's on television. It is on CBS. It is. Thank you. All right, listen. You're up to $1,200, Alita, and you're going to play another game, so let's bring on John Levinson. Hello, John. Hi. All right. Alita, you know John?
Sure do.
How are you?
Pretty good.
May we hear the John Levinson story?
Well, if you have a couple hours, no.
No. Can you do it in about 20 seconds?
Yes,
or
sir.
thereabouts?
I'm a professional golfer, and I also teach and play bridge and backgammon.
Really?
Yes.
We got a couple of backgammon players
Rich
around
is
May
here.
I ask a question?
Yes?
Do you give lessons?
Yes.
Meet you later.
My
Have any
place or
trouble with her
yours.
back, but her damn, forget it.
What's your handicap?
My handicap? Well, right now, I think it's Johnny Miller, but...
Oh, yeah.
He's
Are
the
you
one-
I take it you're a
Well, I
scratch
was-
golfer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was on the tour for 3 years, and I had to drop off. I had an operation on my hand out in Los Angeles.
And are you playing again?
I'm going to start playing again this summer.
Well, we wish you the very best of luck in that
Thank
venture,
you.
and in this one here, too, John.
Thank you.
Let's begin, shall we? Ask you to make a selection.
A, please.
All right, here we go for John Levinson. When Brett Summers was born...
Lincoln was a child.
There are any number of directions you can go, but this is the way we're going to play it. When Brett Summers was born, the doctor took one look at her, then he decided to blank her. When Brett Summers was born, the doctor took one look at her, then he decided to blank her. You have to play,
I don't
too.
mean to appear brutally ignorant about America's most important endeavor, but what in hell is scratch golf?
Scratch golf means when you shoot par golf.
What in hell is par golf?
Par golf is
What
when...
is golf?
What is golf?
She thought that he gave lessons in scratching. That's her
Oh,
problem.
I see.
That's not true. I'm really interested in this. I feel
Well,
I should
par
broaden
golf,
my...
you know, you go to a golf course, they say, well, the length of this course is 5,134 yards, and a really good golfer should be able to do it in par, or 72 strokes. See? That's par.
I think they should
Like
be on
you! You're a par golfer.
Yeah, that's right. Ready, here we go. You're finished, right? All right, John Levinson. When Brett Summers was born, the doctor took one look at her, then he decided to blank her.
Excuse me, Brett. Put her back.
Put her back? It's really not a hostile thought, my dear. All right, Jimmie, go on.
Decided why not? To spank her.
To spank her. All right. And he decided to blank her. What did you say, Brett?
Well, having had 3 children,
Right.
replacing the child in the original position is the neatest trick of the century.
Yeah, no doubt.
He was so crazy about me, he decided to kiss me.
Naturally, because you were an adorable child. Gary?
See, that was a very good answer, but it didn't. I didn't think it fit with the question. Blank her, put her back her. I didn't know, so I said slap her. Sorry.
Slap her. Well, she can take that
I
liberty.
thought of that first.
You know, people can take that liberty with the questions
Oh,
if they
you
want.
can? Oh.
What liberties did you take, my dear?
Ask it over.
I took the only liberty I saw fit to spank her.
To spank her. All right. Richard? What about
I
that,
did
doctor?
not want to specify the actual place But I did say the doctor took one look and then decided to hide her.
To hide her.
I'd like to appeal to the judges.
To hide her, yes. What would be the
Would you
best hiding
rather
place
I'd
of all?
written it out
Judge?
clearly?
All right. Joyce, what did you say?
Never mind that.
Well-
She was at the door.
She was sweet, and just like all babies, he had to spank her.
All right. So that didn't score for you, John, but it was a splendid idea, and we thank you for that. And your question will be along in a minute or so, but right now, this for you. Somebody in the audience says, how come Johnny's never been on television? And I just wanted to dispel that. There's nothing wrong between us, is there?
Absolutely not. I'm over there and you're over here.
And Johnny is the best in the business, and we're delighted to have him with us. Okay. All right, you. Ready?
Yeah.
I tell you, I did a show without Johnny once, and it was a rotten experience. He's
that?
terrific. That was Johnny Olson. You remember Johnny. Here we go. Everybody plays. Sally said, my husband, the artist, was even better than Vincent van Gogh, or Van Gogh, as they say over there. Van Gogh cut off his ear, but my husband cut off his blank.
Better.
Van Gogh cut off his ear, but my husband cut off his blank.
Oh, man.
All right.
Such a hard question.
My husband cut off his ear. Van Gogh cut off his ear, but my husband cut off his blank.
There's such a thing as pushing too hard.
Just write something on the
okay.
card there, and let's get on with it now.
Such a thing as being cut off the air.
A lovely girl.
Okay, everybody ready down here? We're waiting for the slowpoke up there, and now, Alita. Sally said, my husband, the artist, was even better than Vincent van Gogh. Van Gogh cut off his ear, but my husband cut off his blank.
His hands.
His hands. What, he held a paintbrush in his teeth? Is that it? Okay.
There's the guy that paints with his
All right.
feet.
She said he cut off his hands. What do you say, Jimmie?
You expect to win with that, huh?
A simple answer is all we require
Oh,
of you,
I'm sorry,
my dear
of
friend.
course. Nose.
Nose is a good answer.
The crowd knows.
Yes. Okay, Brett.
She's gotten awfully cocky, hasn't
Yes, she has. Well, she's rich now.
Well, I said arm,
Arm.
because it's attached. The arm nose is attached to the... Well,
Yeah, no, you can't do
Shin
that.
bone.
Yes, and the knee bone can... Yes,
In
sir?
all fairness, I would like to see the hand remain once the arm is gone.
He has a point.
Well, look, you chopped that off. There
He has
you
a
go.
point.
Very fair.
Right. Not only very fair, but it proves once and for all that it is not only a woman's prerogative to change her mind. Is it, Bessy? That's Bessy Skutch over there, our producer. There's no light over there. You can't get a shot of him in the dark. Let me see what that looks like. Oh, there he is! There he is! Yes, sirree. That's Ira Skutch, our producer.
Film, give him a big hand.
Right.
Now I ask you, is that the face of a man that bends under pressure?
Go, Gary, you're on.
And now, I think this is a match because I've never seen anybody who's cut off their nose without their hands going. Never mind.
So far, Alita, you got one. Let's see what we get down here. The artist was even, Sally said, my husband, the artist, was even better than Vincent van Gogh. Van Gogh cut off his ear, but my husband cut off his hands, according to her. What do you say?
I went right along with Gary, with the nose.
The nose. That seems to be the answer. El Nozo.
Right. El Nozo.
El Nozo, there it is. Oh, we got lots of El Nozos there. So at the end of round one, 1-0 in favor of the nose. And now, here's a little message for you. We're ready to carry on. If you're ready to carry on, here we go with round two. John?
B, please.
All right. Everyone plays. Flora has gained so much weight.
How much
weight has she gained?
Tell you how
much weight
much
did
weight
she
she's gained. She now uses a giant shoehorn to wedge herself into her blank. That's how much weight she's gained. Now uses a giant shoehorn to wedge herself into her blank. Finished. You're the best.
Well, thank you. You're very attractive yourself.
That's it. You got it? You got it?
I got it.
Good for you.
I can't even
Whoops,
give
she
it
just
away,
lost
but
it.
I got it.
All right. John, Flora has gained so much weight. And now she uses a giant shoehorn to wedge herself into her blank.
The questions you ask. I'll try girdle.
You'll try girdle? Well, John, I say if you try a girdle, you'd be very attractive in a girdle. No, I'm only kidding. Jimmie, he says girdle. That's how
Girdle
much-
is not the answer. You get yourself a bigger girdle. But there's only one size bathtub.
Bathtub. A giant shoehorn to wedge yourself into her bathtub. That's his answer. What's yours, madam?
Isn't it so easy for people who are 6 feet tall and weigh 90 pounds to say, get yourself a bigger girdle?
Yes, it is.
I hope you blow up like a poisoned fish.
Where is this show going?
You really have a way with words. Damon Runyon would have been proud of you. Now,
John, I don't know why I did this for you after your ugly, hostile attack. But I did say girdle.
Okay, John, that's one for you. Gary?
You see, I said girdle too, but she was so big that her bra went down around her waist. That's what I said.
A giant shoehorn to wedge yourself into her bra, hey? Now, John says, I'm just trying to make a mental picture there, but no.
You shouldn't have too
No.
much trouble, honey.
Yes. He says girdle. What do you say?
It took a giant shoehorn and a lot of oil, but it was a girdle.
That's two for you, John. Did you give John a girdle?
Well, just this one.
What are you doing with that girdle in your glove compartment?
Ever since my wife found it, no, a big shoehorn to get into her car.
Big shoehorn to get into a car.
It was
I
a
see.
little beetle.
Okay.
Or
Now, Joyce, what are you offering?
We have the same fat friend. I said into her Volkswagen.
Yeah.
Into a Volkswagen. Okay. So you picked up two there, and at this moment, it's 2-1 in favor of you, John. Now, Alita, you need 1 to tie and 2 to win. Dumb Dora is so dumb.
How dumb is she?
How fat is she?
No, she's dumb. That's the last. Dumb Dora is so dumb she thinks a taxidermist is a man who works for blank. That's how dumb she is. She thinks a taxidermist is a man who works for blank. Everyone except Brett. You're not writing this time,
But I
Brett.
have the perfect answer.
I know it. You may.
Can I give it when it comes around to my
Sure.
turn?
Right.
I said girdle last time, didn't I?
No, that was girdle was for him. This is for her.
Been
you
here
see.
5 days, and now you
Just do what I tell you to. Now. Dumb Dora is so dumb she thinks a taxidermist is a man who works for blank.
Okay.
All right. Everybody ready?
Everybody makes fun of me.
Alita. Dumb Dora is so dumb
How dumb is she?
she thinks a taxidermist is a man who works for.
Alita.
Hurry up before the buzzer sounds.
The IRS.
The IRS. Oh, that's not bad. Taxidermist, taxes. She says the IRS, Internal Revenue Service. That's one of the possibilities. A rotten one, but it's one. Jimmie?
So you're trying to throw the game, huh? Taxi company.
A taxi company.
Of course. Keep the gray matter flowing.
Now, I know I'm not supposed to play, and it's no offense, Jimmy, but I said yellow cab.
See? Right.
After I wrote it, she said,
You
thank you
said
very
yellow
much.
cab,
Two
too.
points.
All right, she says IRS.
Along
and
the
you
same
say
line, cab
company. And you say yellow cab, and you say yellow cab. And there we are. John Levinson wins the game. Come on down, John. John said he was very lucky. All right, we're going to say goodbye to Alita Lee here. She's got $1,200. We thank her for being with us and wish her the best of luck.
A really good time.
Now, this message for you. You were all absolutely terrific.
Same
No,
to
you were grand, and I thank you very much from the bottom. And all of you will come back one time or another. I'm not saying when, but one of these days. Listen, next time we get together, these are the bodies you will see on this here stage.
Leslie Nielsen, Brett Summers, Gary Burghoff, Patty Deutsch, Richard Dawson, and Marcia Wallace.
Gene Rayburn, Match Game 75. Join us next time. Goodbye.
This is Johnny Olson speaking for Match Game 75, a Mark Goodson, Bill Todman production. This program was edited for broadcast. Stay tuned for Tattletales next over most of these CBS stations.